Wait and see indeed. Stay with me, Susan and Simon. Now, anxiety running high, unrest on the ground. The election outcome is still unsettled. Biden supporters have expressed fears that the Republican incumbent might not accept the election result. And many in Trump's voter base echoing his unsubstantiated allegations surrounding widespread electoral tampering, as they've called it. Protesters in New York clashed with the police following a call for full count of all ballots cast. The New York rally has called the Everybody Out protest, focusing on the protesters gathering every Wednesday until Inauguration Day on the 20th of January. The video on your screen showing riot police pushing a protester into a trash bin in a violent encounter, which ended with demonstrators chanting "Shame on you" at the police personnel. At least 50 people have been arrested in New York. In Detroit, almost 30 Republican observers were barred from entering a vote counting hall. The election officials cited indoor capacity restrictions for COVID-19. And the police had to be called in to enforce that decision. Many of those excluded stood outside the hall voicing their protest and singing "God Bless America, Stop the Vote, Stop the Count." On the other hand, activists demanding that vote counts proceed unimpeded have also been taking to the streets in several cities, including Durham, Minneapolis, Portland. The protesters also scuffled with the riot police in several areas. Unsubstantiated allegations that ballots for Donald Trump were not counted because voters used Sharpie pens, dubbed Sharpie Gate, on social media. The rumors prompted more than 100 Trump supporters to gather in Phoenix and demand that they should be let into an election building where votes were being counted.
Let me be clear. In Pennsylvania, every vote is going to count. I'm going to fight like hell to protect the vote of every Pennsylvanian. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that every vote counts.
The battle over the vote played out in Pennsylvania, which has not finished the vote count yet. The Pennsylvania governor, Tom Wolf, has vowed that each vote will be carefully counted. This happened as President Donald Trump's campaign is fighting to stop the count of the late arriving ballots. The Trump campaign has also filed lawsuits in Michigan and Pennsylvania seeking to halt vote counting. But from the streets to the government, Pennsylvania fighting for the constitutional right of their citizens. Something similar unfolding in California as well. 200 people gathered at Oakland City Hall, urging the state lawmakers to count every vote as the ballot counting continues, and the president called for a halt to the tabulation of the votes.
Our interest today is to count every vote. Support democracy, count every vote.
These anti-Trump protests have breached border lines and reached the UK. Londoners protested outside the US Embassy, demonstrating against the possible re-election of Donald Trump. Around 30 protesters gathered, holding placards and chanting, "Trump must go."
A big thank you again to